Hi. Hello, all. Sorry if I'm a little hard to see. Let's give a moment for a few people to show up. I know I got a few people who follow me. You know, people want to know how Trump got elected with all the negative media coverage. All that negative media coverage meant nothing. Because Trump spent 10 years, he decided 10 years before he was going to run, back in 2006, he was going to run. And he went around to all of his companies and did the proper paperwork for all the potential illegal immigrants he had in his companies, in motels, tree planter crews, all kinds of stuff, okay? And I know this ain't a lie because I witnessed it firsthand. I was on a tree planter crew for Weyerhaeuser back in Washington State in 2006. And Trump made an appearance at our planter crew. He stopped the planter, made us all get out, and asked us who was here illegally. Well, about 15 people raised their hand. Good day, neighbors. About 15 people raised their hand and admitted they were there illegally to Trump. This was in 2006. And he had 2 lawyers with him, and since there was so many on the crew, it was more than half, he put us all on a 3-hour lunch break, paid lunch break. And he took those 15 and his attorneys, and they all sat down and did paperwork so that these people could get their green cards. That's heartwarming in its own right. Fair enough. But this is when the story gets a little weird. One young man, he could not get a green card for working for him. And it was because the young man had 2 felonies. Now, we all know the National Guard will let you join with up to 3 felonies. Right? Okay. Well, Trump wanted to make sure the young man didn't get screwed for his honesty. And Trump saw my dog tags hanging out because I was wearing a white t-shirt. It was hot! And the chain catches my chest hairs. Yeah, I'm voting for him because I've seen his love firsthand. He loves America. He loves America this much. He saw potential in the young man in our military. So, he sent me to the recruiter's office with a letter to hand to the recruiters. And he asked me if I'd mind taking the rest of the day off and taking this young man to the recruiter and following up with him and making sure he joined our military. That was prior service. I'd been out 2 years. Why not? I'd love to help get more good men in our military, right? And I did. Unfortunately, I'm not going to give the name of the young man because that could be seen as doxing. So, names are left out on this as I explain this story. But I'm pretty sure you guys could take a moment and confirm that he was in Washington in 2006 visiting the Weyerhaeuser properties doing inspections. He did a good job too. It was really lame that Washington shut down Weyerhaeuser over this crap. But have a good day, y'all. But I took that young man to the recruiter's office. There was 5 recruiters waiting for us and 1 guy from immigration. Just 1 guy from immigration. This was no immigration pickup squad. Just 1 guy. Okay? When we walked in, they knew why we were there. He's like, "You got the letter from Trump?" I kind of looked surprised. I'm like, "Yeah." Oh yeah, he probably would have called ahead. I wonder what's in this envelope. He made a very generous donation to that recruiter's office, which I thought was awesome. And they used some of that money to help me get the guy trained up. So he was set up for success when he left for basic. Hell, I would be surprised if a few of the drill sergeants were like, "Dude, were you trying to join the Marines?" No, we're the Army. We only do 3 months of training, not 6. But ultimately, those recruiters dropped everything and went through the book like a with a fine-tooth comb, and we got him in. He joined, and he's in the service now. I hope he's still in. I haven't heard from him except for once in a while on Facebook. And fortunately, he can't use it that often, and his had to be shut off because they needed him to stay on the down low because people were going to target him for what Trump did. What has happened to America? Since when was it American to hate someone for their point of view? It ain't very American to hate someone for their point of view. So, we got the guy enlisted. I put a few months, we kept going back to that tree planter crew because it was good work for him, you know. It's a good workout. I was able to get him to push his limit, even though he like literally outpaced everyone on the crew. I mean, he put his heart into it. He's like, I owe Trump a thank you. So if you're wondering how the fuck Trump got elected, I'll tell you, he spent the last 10 years going around visiting all the people that worked underneath his businesses and businesses that he started. So before he even announced, he already had 50% of America on his team. And I hate to break it to you, but our last election was meddled with. Trump should have had it at 75%. And he did take the electoral colleges at almost 60%. Hillary had nothing. There was no argument. He had the presidency. It was his. The American people woke up and spoke up. We need to keep speaking up, okay? Because ultimately, this mega tsunami we're trying to do ain't about Republicans or Democrats. It's about cleaning up the corruption in our government and making it so... Have a good day, y'all. It's about cleaning up the corruption in our government and getting the power back in the hands of the people and out of these special interest politicians who say they're going to do something. They don't even explain how they're going to do it. They just say they're going to do it. You know what? Trump explained how he was going to do it. He kept it simple because he knew most of us wouldn't understand, but he did explain it. Even though you didn't understand him, doesn't mean it's not true or not effective. So, I have witnessed Trump's love for this country firsthand and his willingness to work within the rules. And that's a big deal, working within the rules. Now, someone tried to tell me Trump was racist. I know firsthand from experience in a handshake with the man, he's not. But I didn't have proof at first when he started running for office. So it took me a while to get something to show. He's not racist, guys. You're idiots. He loves everybody. Okay, there's a reason he's a multi-billionaire. Okay, you can't become a multi-billionaire by discriminating against employees. It don't work. You will end up with a really crappy team. To be a proper business owner, you have to, you have to be accepting of anyone. Because honestly, the more diverse your crew is, the more different trains of thought you have on the same activity. And the more different trains of thought you have on the same activity, the differing trains of thought and diversity makes it where solutions become very efficient and executed promptly. This don't make sense to a lot of people because the media has brainwashed a lot of the USA I can actually show you Fox and Friends clips where the green dot overlay was done wrong for the brainwashing. If you watch a video and see a green dot in the middle of it, stop watching it immediately. Okay, that means it has a brainwashing overlay software on it. You'll find watching it extremely soothing, even though you don't like what they're saying. Okay, that's brainwashing. Ritalin, Adderall, that was brainwashing to kill the intelligence of our next generation so other countries around the world could get a one-up on us technologically, because DARPA was on shit. They were keeping us at top of the list, smart. And the last 25 years, go ahead, buddy. Just chilling like a villain. Broadcasting. Yes, I got my own little opening rap line. Chilling like a villain on a midsummer's eve. Is there a better way for us heroes to hide? Well, you know what? That's pretty much all I have, guys. Thank you for listening. If you watch this later, please do like the video and follow me for further points about the stupid. And I'm sorry that mainstream media is censoring your shit and lying to you. The best thing you could do to show them they're wrong is cut your cable service and just use Hulu. It's like $5 a month. It's a hell of a lot better than $75 a month for 75% of channels you don't even want to watch. Just watch Hulu. And they're going to hate you for it. You want to tell mainstream media that they are wrong to censor and lie about our president? I mean, the media is constantly calling Trump racist when he's not. And yet they will not acknowledge Maxine Waters outright at rallies saying we need to attack white Trump supporters. Now that is a racist comment from a black woman. Of course, some people call Maxine Waters big mouth bass Maxine. So, but no, this is okay. Racism is hard to describe. And for the last 20 years, the Democrats have tried to use racism to literally take away our freedom of speech. Don't let them, okay? It's up to us as individuals to decide who the trolls are and just not listen to them. Mainstream media, they're being trolls right now. They're purposely spouting lies and keeping the American populace ramped up and fearful, okay? I'm walking around with a Trump hat, being loud and proud, just to show you guys you're not gonna get attacked for saying you rep Trump. Okay? It's not very American to attack someone for a different opinion. It really ain't. So, as a disabled veteran collecting a pension, I have tons of time on my hands. And with that time, I'm doing a community service. Since my pension is covered, I earned it. Since I've got a pension and I sit at home a lot doing nothing, I stroll around now. I stroll my community, being that positive awareness that'll drive the bad people out. Or, my preference would be, instead of driving bad people out, I get them to turn over a new leaf and realize there's smarter ways to do shit. Okay, being a criminal is just fucking lazy. Yes, smart criminals don't get caught. But if you're smart, there's only a 1% chance you'll try to be as lazy as a criminal. Which brings me to my exiting point I'd like to say on the end of this message. If you got rich in politics, you're fucking corrupt. That simple. Oh, and Trump is not racist. Mainstream media is lying to you. Now, so I'm going to let this go on that. Thank you guys for watching, those of you who did. Remember to thumbs up. Feel free to post comments. Hell, if you got some stuff proving Trump's racist, go ahead and share it. I would love to follow up with it. Because I'm an independent. And like Trump, I'm going to sit between these parties and make them discuss this shit reasonably. I've got my Bible in my pocket. And if they start using emotions and lies and insults, I might just bitch slap them with my Bible and tell them, look, this is about the facts, not about emotional innuendos and propaganda. I want facts. I want truth. I want shit that's unedited to meet people's means. But that's it for my rant. Thank y'all for listening. I hope my neighbors enjoy this video on YouTube later, because I know it'll show up on most of them. And if you're in my neighborhood or the surrounding neighborhoods of Starcrest, feel free to come join me and ramble about stuff. Okay? The only thing I ask is you keep it kosher. No fighting. It's very un-American to hate someone for their opinion. You can be annoyed by their opinion because they're basing it on lies. That's understandable. But you can't hate them for it. Okay? That would be like on par with punishing the Jews for being gassed by the Nazis. The people that needed punished were the Nazis. And I hate to break it to you guys, but the KKK has evolved into Antifa. Okay, it's no longer called the KKK. You look it up online, you'll find out they've changed their name to Antifa. So, and no, both these groups were and are financed by the Democrat Party. So, walk away. I mean it. Just walk away. Walk away from the hate, walk away from the racism, walk away from the wrongful discrimination, and learn to look at everyone with this one thought in mind. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will always feel inferior. Okay? Look at people for their advantages, for their mentality. Don't look down on them just because you don't understand them. Hell, but that's it. Y'all have fun.